Ooh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan. We're back in the building, man. With Let That Be Known Sports. Man, we got a crazy one for you today, man. Our Dallas Mavericks, man, somehow, man, they went into Sacramento, man, and took the dub, man. A big-time win, a big-time blowout win, man. And they'll be moving forward to play Memphis, man. They took them out 120 to 106. We're here to talk about that, man. But also, man, we're here to get into the Brandon Jennings and Pat Bev, the whole one-on-one fiasco, man, the whole argument. We're here to get into it all, man. So buckle up, man. Ride with us tight, man. Here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? It's your boy John. Go ahead and grab your steps on the drink. Sit back, and let that be known. Sports. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. Been a wild weekend, man. A wild last couple of days. A lot of stuff has been going on and has been coming out of the media. But we'll touch on these Mavericks, man. We'll touch on the Mavericks. I believe I could speak for a lot of Mavs fans when we say that we didn't know what to expect going into the Sacramento game. We didn't know what Mavericks we would get. So it was, I wouldn't say shocking. I have been a big opponent of, we know what this team can be defensively. They're going to be a big problem defensively. The biggest question has been, can they generate enough offense? Now, if they could generate offense like they did yesterday, this is a team that could go far in the playoffs. If they can generate offense like that. If you can get Clay to play and shoot like that, AD performing like that, and, you know, you can go far. The only thing that's going to hamper this team, man, the only two things that's going to hamper this team in the playoffs is offense and can they stay healthy. If they can generate offense and stay healthy, it's gonna be hard to beat the Mavericks. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be hard to beat them because they're going to defend, and always having this too big lineup is problems. As Sabonis, he didn't want nothing to do with the ball. He didn't even want it no more. It's the same thing that happened to Şengün from the Houston Rockets. He didn't want the ball no more. He just stood at the perimeter like, hey, I'm just going to hand this ball off. I'm just going to play make. You know, because it's stifling, man. Because once you get around one big, it's another one right at the rim. And it's just like, it's demoralizing. And so, shout out to them. They play hard, man. But shout out, man, to Jason Kidd. I got to give him credit. Because on this show, we were worried, and we talked about this before this game even came up. Who's going to play a lot of the point guard position? So we all know he starts big with Najee basically playing the one, basically. But who's the first guard coming off the bench? And the two guards he used was Dante Exum and Brandon Williams, which I like both of the guards because they both decisive. They both play smart basketball. They both are looking to do something with the ball instead of just pounding the ball. Either they're trying to go and attack or they're just going to swing the ball and keep it moving. Man, that run Brandon Williams went on. Like, this is why we were high on this guy. And we was like, man, they need to sign this guy. Because he is the best all-around guard we have on this team when Kyrie's out. He can do a little bit of everything. He can play make. He can shoot the outside. He can space the floor and shoot. He can go off the dribble. He can run the pick and roll. Like, he's probably the best pick and roll guy we got the fold. Like, and this, like you can get something good just about every time if you run a pick and roll with AD, because AD is so versatile. He can pop, he can roll. So no matter where AD gets the ball, he's a threat. So running pick and roll with AD should be relatively pretty smooth and easy because of all the attention that he's going to draw, because teams don't want to switch a small onto him. So they don't want to switch. So if a big is guarding AD, he's not going to want to switch. So that's an advantage that Brandon Williams knew. I'm coming off hard, and if y'all don't switch, I'm getting the bucket. Or I'm going to collapse your whole defense, so somebody's going to get a wide open shot. And Sacramento yesterday did not want to switch. They didn't want to get a small into AD, obviously, reasons why. And so they paid the price for it, man. They did. They paid the price. And so I shout out to him for making them pick their poison. Other teams might switch, and you might get a small on them, and then we'll go that way. And we'll play off the double team. So shout out to them for playing smart basketball, not turning the ball over. Because that's the only way that Sacramento was going to ever have a chance, is if you just gave the game away. And shout out to them, man, playing hard, playing smart basketball, playing with house money, knowing you ain't got nothing to lose. You're going to be the underdog in every single game. Dallas is not going to be favored in no games in this playoff. Dallas can go up 3-0 in the series, and they still won't be favorites for the. That's your reality. That's your reality. Wear it. Put a chip on your shoulder, and go out there and play like you got something to prove. And there's a lot of guys on this team got something to prove. Klay Thompson, he playing like he got something to prove. AD, Brandon Williams, a lot of guys on this team got something to prove. Dante Exum, feel like he got something to prove. So that's my take on it, man. What's your take on this Maverick situation, man? Where they at?
Man, it was definitely a pleasant surprise. Because I didn't expect too much out of it. We are playing with house money. Of course, no one gave us a chance against Sacramento. But they came out with the perfect plan, the perfect mindset. They came out and hit Sacramento in the mouth, man. They played like they wanted it more. They got physical with them. They made them turnovers, which brought about some easy offense, and especially with a team that's lacking offensive power, that's the best way to go about it. And so, man, they was smart. They moved the ball. They took smart shots, man. And shout out to J Kidd, man. He finally did something that I've been wanting him to do for quite some time. I've been seeing this show for weeks, if not months. And that's to sit Dinwiddie down.
I can't believe it.
And if Dinwiddie had played last night,
it would have been a tough game.
It would have been a very tough game. And we would have probably lost that game because he would have took some bad shots. He would have turned that ball over. He would have been sitting there pounding that ball instead of moving the ball. Shout out to Klay Thompson, man. He finally got that monkey off his back.
That 0-10 monkey.
0-10 from last year when he was with Golden State. And he went scoreless. So, man, sometimes that can play with your mental, man. But for him to come out and play the way he did and also get the victory, that's a monkey off his back, man. If we can get a Klay Thompson like that, man, going forward, that's gonna be tough. I mean, he was giving it to them every which way they wanted it.
He was posting up. He was coming off screens.
He was going coast to coast, pick and roll. However you want it, I'm gonna give it to you.
Clay will hoop.
Clay was hooping last night. It wasn't no just catch and shoot. It's like, hey, I'm finna give y'all this work. However
He
y'all
was
want it.
locking up Keegan Murray.
Like, he had Keegan Murray, man. Keegan Murray about to kill himself out there. He was all over that flow. But shout out to him, man. And then Be Will, man.
Told you, man.
But young fella, man. Young fella, Eli, man. I'm here to hoop. No matter how big the stage is at this time.
He showed up.
He showed up 17 points. Like he didn't miss a beat. Like, hey, I know what I'm here to do. I know, I know my role, man. I'm finna go out here and hoop, man. And I'm just gonna leave it out there. And he did that.
He gave you 20 minutes and sharing minutes. So
20
him and Dante
minutes.
Erickson basically split minutes.
Split minutes. And Dante Erickson, he had some good minutes out there, man. Played some great defense, man. And he kept the pressure on Sacramento on the offensive end by his
the ball. Every time they press, he was gone. Like, you gonna press
put him
me?
on his. I'm gonna put you on
I'll
my
put
hip.
you on your heels. I'm gone.
Yep, and I'm gone. I'm gonna make you pay. Man. And man, it's something that it was a sight to see, man. Them twin towers down there, man. When you have what's his name? DeRozan, he got around one big, and there's another big right there.
He had 30. It
was a hard 30.
But it was a hard 30.
Yeah, he had 33, but it was 28 shots. So it was a tough night.
For those who don't remember, when we played Sacramento last time, they beat us. DeRozan took over. Mm-hmm. We had no centers. We had nothing.
We had Austin Kessler playing center, and he's 6'7", 6'6".
So
and Omax.
No resistance.
No resistance. So it's like, especially for DeRozan's game, which is free throw line down. Mm-hmm. So it's a total different story this time around. You like I said, you get around one big, and Galford and D. Lowry right there cleaning it up. So but yeah, man, if we continue to play like that, Dallas is going to be a tough out. Especially if we could turn our defense into offense and keep that pressure on, man. Play smart. Don't turn the basketball over.
Najee Marshall. You my dog, man. I gotta do it to you, man. You my dog, man. Hey, I ride with Najee for sure, but I got to, man, because you have those moments every now and then when you come out.
Yeah, no bonehead moments, man. Yeah, it's just like you jumping, and then you jumping in the air doing it. It's like, bro, if you jump in the air, they gonna clinch down on that, because it's like you can't come down with it. You gotta throw it.
At least look them all.
So
he come down court.
Yeah.
Like, guys.
No, man. Now, and another thing that helps too, man. And if we do this every game, man, if we get anywhere from 25 to 30 assists, you give yourself a great chance to win. Yesterday we had 29 assists.
The biggest things, man,
for
Dallas, bro, is that they don't beat themselves. And how you beat yourself is turning the ball over, committing stupid fouls, and not rebounding. If you rebound, take care of the ball, don't commit stupid fouls, you're going to have a chance to win.
And hit your free throws.
You got to hit your free throw. We cannot shoot 60-something% from the free throw line.
So we shot good last night.
We shot 90%.
92%. So
92%. You do that,
you give yourself a great chance to win. So our margin for error is pretty small, but like I said, if we play like we played last night, the way they was hungry, man. They play for each other, man. Cause they got nothing. We all we got.
You ain't got nothing else, man. And ain't nobody coming to help you.
Yeah, GM ain't for you. He said that.
Ain't nobody coming to help you, man. Shout out to Kid. Had a great game plan. Mm-hmm. I was hoping that he would do it. He made the smart decision of who guards who. Mm-hmm. Najee Marshall, boy, he was in Levine's jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, he was it. I mean, he was under that jersey. like, goodness gracious. I know Levine was like, man, this ain't the same team we played a few weeks ago. It's like
Hey,
Levine cooked us last time too. He was
mm-hmm.
hitting 3 after 3. I said, man.
Nah, he had 20 on 19 shots. So when he take Najee out, then he put Martin in, and Martin was on his neck.
Martin was guarding everybody at one point. He just like, God, dog.
But he was his own rotation, man. But yeah, man, they, I'm glad the way his rotation was on last night, man. That was a good productive rotation. He played players that was productive, man, not players that come out here and was counterproductive.
Well, not only that, but put players together that play well together.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding like who's gonna mix well, who's gonna gel well, in what situations. Like, if it's a tight game, who to put together,
Mm-hmm.
what's the closing lineup, how to close a quarter out. Because that was a really big thing of us. Like, we couldn't close quarters.
Yeah.
And so, like last night, when they went off in the second quarter, I said, man, please let them close this quarter out, right? Because we always do this, miss. We'll go up 15 and then let them go on a run the last 2 minutes. They go on a run. Now we up 6. So like, and when he put the right lineup in there, I said, okay.
Yeah.
Our best lineup is the double B. It just is. And our best lineup is AD at the 4. It just is.
Yeah, it just is, yeah. And I
And
like
you can
how
get away. You can get away pretty much anything. If you got AD and a 5 in there, you can get away pretty much anything you put out on the floor.
Man, you better be all in their grill. All in, ain't no reason for not to be.
Because you got 2 shot blockers sitting back there.
There's no reason not to be. There's no reason not to be. You got them 2 bigs back there, and you can funnel them to them bigs.
So now, moving forward, man, how do you feel like they fare against Memphis? They go to Memphis. They play Memphis tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I think man, if they play anywhere close to this, they're gonna take Memphis. Especially Jaws, he's banged up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that he got an ankle problem.
So, and his game is real predicated off of his athleticism. I think we match up, especially size wise, because they only have really Edie. Oh, they have Jaren Jackson.
They got Jaren Jackson too.
So I still like our chances. Like I said, as long as they come out and play similar to how they played last night, I give them a chance, man. Then also I give the coaching advantage to Kid.
They fired their coach.
They fired their coach. Now if they had Jenkins,
he can coach, man.
He can coach,
I seen him coaching. I was like, man, I can't stand him. Like,
but with that interim coach, man, you can see it in the Golden State game, man.
Facts.
His coaching mistakes were just glaring. So I, with that coaching advantage, man, I'll take Dallas, man. I'm playing with house money. Why not?
Would you put PJ on Ja? Or you put Najee Marshall on Ja?
I'm gonna start Najee on Ja, and then I just say if Ja's starting to cook, then I'll make that switch.
Because you know where Ja going. He's going inside.
It's going inside, right?
You ain't got to guess. He's going in there.
And the reason why I say that, because I would rather Najee get in foul trouble than PJ. If push comes to shove.
Because you still got Desmond Bain.
Yeah.
So I would imagine Clay probably is going to be on Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to see who's their 3.
I don't know who the 3 is. I don't know if GG Jackson starting or
is he still hurt?
No, he back. Jalen Wells is out. Brandon Clark is out.
Let me see who's
I'm trying to
there.
see who their starting three is. Let me see who started for them versus Golden State.
They played Tuesday. So they started. Okay, Jaron Jackson Jr., Edie, Ja, Desmond Bain. Oh, they started Scottie Pippen Jr.
Oh, he's small.
He's small, so
So,
mouse in the
jeez,
house.
who guarding PJ?
Mouse in the house.
So you got Ja,
So if,
Bane, and
so if that,
Scottie Pippen.
so if you
Which
do
one of
that,
y'all gonna guard PJ in this post? Because we're gonna put you there.
so you got 3 players out there that's 6'3" and under. 6'3" and under. Yeah, ain't gonna work, dog. They ain't gonna work, dog.
This is gonna be
Somebody
interesting.
finna be in foul trouble.
I want to see this. This is interesting because PJ is the wild card now.
And you can't, and the bigs can't help off of them. You definitely ain't leaving AD.
I want to see this. Well, AD gonna pull. He's gonna pull Jaren Jackson out of the paint, so he's gonna be out of there. They're gonna isolate PJ on one side. ED come help. It's gonna be a oop.
Live.
Jaren Jackson sing down, then kick out for 3.
Facts.
So I want to see. This is going to be interesting. I want to see what Memphis is what game plan they're going to have for this, because Dallas plays big. Like Najee's 6'6".
Yeah.
And he's playing the point guard. Clay 6'7".
Yeah.
PJ 6'7". AD 6'10", 6'11".
Lively 7-1.
Got Lively 7-1. Dallas is huge. This is probably the biggest starting lineup in the NBA.
Sheesh.
Kids said, forget it. We're going to play to our strengths.
Yeah.
If defense is our strengths, we're going to play. We're going to go all out defensive team.
We're going to put our best
defensive team.
That's how we're going out.
Forget offense. He left all the offensive guards on the bench. So like Brandon Williams, Hardy, Spencer, all those guys on the bench. He went strictly defense.
And bro, have you seen a bench?
They got DOG Jackson. They didn't
even play DOG Jackson the other night.
What's that boy? One boy was hitting up with them 3 last time we played.
Who?
Man, we lost to Memphis last week.
Vince Williams Jr. Is that him? Who you talking about?
I'm gonna pull his name up.
Is he white guy, black guy?
Yeah, white guy. Let me pull a roster up.
Is it John Conchar?
Probably. I can see his face. Let me see. Aldama, he can shoot. You got to stay up on him. And Jay Huff.
They didn't even play Jay Huff the other night.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play.
He's a big.
Oh, they got Marvin Bagley. I forgot they got Marvin Bagley.
Bro, they ain't finna play Marvin Bagley.
I don't care about Marvin Bagley. Yeah. Marvin Bagley. That's wild. It's gonna be fun. Seeing that if they get past Memphis, how do you see them faring against OKC?
Oh.
It's gonna be a game of pieces.
That one's gonna be interesting.
Because Dallas go double big. I think OKC goes single big.
No, so I think they go double big too. Or do they bring
I think
Hartenstein off the bench? Oh, if we stay with our current lineup.
That's what I'm saying. Because now Chet probably gonna guard Gafford, who guards AD, or vice versa.
They are small. Because now unless they bring Hartenstein back in the lineup, but then Gafford gonna kill you when he comes in.
He brings Hartenstein back in the lineup, then that
and then
hurts their offense because
and
now
then
the paint's gonna be crowded.
and then we still got the X factor, and that's PJ Washington. Who's gonna check him?
He's an OKC killer. I don't know what it is, but he get to OKC, he just don't miss. Just like I don't know what it is.
So I mean, they've yet to show that they can do anything with PJ.
They hitting on PJ. I don't know what they're gonna do with AD. And then if they go double big, that's gonna hurt Shea because the paint's gonna be crowded.
Crowded, yep. And he's not that great of an outside shooter,
We'll live with that. If he's
and
gonna
we'll
sit out
live
there and
with
shoot
that.
threes, we'll live with that.
Mm-hmm.
Beat us that way, but you know you want to shoot free throw line jumpers, then nah. So
And like I said, it's kind of the same effect of how DeRozan was. You get around one big, but it's a whole nother big right behind him, cleaning up.
I'll bring this to you. If Dallas beats OKC, what do you say? What is they ceiling? Seeing that they get to OKC.
It's just second round. It's second round. I ain't going to hold you on that one.
Second round, who would they play? They would play the winner out of Clippers and Denver.
Denver, yeah. So, well, hold on.
Oh, they get Denver. I don't know.
If they get Denver, then they got a shot. But if it's them Clippers,
they got one big. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's gonna come down to matchups. I don't know.
Oh, we're going down this rabbit hole.
They get interested.
Oh, let me see here, man.
I don't know. They get Denver
because they're gonna beat each other up.
I don't know.
Clippers
Kawhi might not make it out.
He may not.
I don't know.
He got their history. That's for sure.
Kawhi go through a hard battle. He got to sit out for a year.
Somebody go and knock his knee.
He said, "Now you ain't got to touch Kawhi." He just be like, they just come out and be like, "Yeah, Kawhi out." Like, huh?
He's I'm 95%. I'm 95% healed, but I gotta be 100%.
It's plus like that, man. They just gotta feel like can't nothing be wrong. I can't feel no kind of nothing. I can't have a hangnail or nothing.
Ooh. Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it comes down to matchups, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I would say this. I'm a hot take. If Dallas somehow, which would be a tall task for them to get past OKC, they somehow does that, and Dallas get Denver, I'm taking Dallas to beat Denver, and that is going to be Mavericks versus Lakers, and the ratings are going to be through the roof for the Western Conference Final.
Can you imagine that storyline? Luka going against his
it's going to be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Boy, it's gonna be must see TV.
You talking about a heck of a storyline.
Can you imagine? But this is the only thing that could rebuild the Mavericks. Because if the Mavericks can get that far with what they have, can you imagine who wants to come to the Mavericks?
Hey. Yeah, at that point, man, it's like, hey, man, y'all got some over here.
Not saying that they're gonna do it. I'm saying that the possibility of it happening, if Dallas is on top of their game,
everything fall like
it could. It could be very, very shocking and interesting. And that's Nico could look like a hero.
Yeah, man. It's what What do you think? Well, this happened the other day. They had which I still can't wrap my mind around it. A press conference closed from the public.
That was stupid. You call a press conference
And
for
then
yourself.
and it was only select Dallas media there, and he again doubled down on this trade, and then not only that, he basically stated that his loyalty is to quote unquote the Mavericks, which is the front office, and not the fans and the players.
Shout out to Tim McMahon, who was standing on business, asking him to basically justify his decision or to give Tim McMahon's exact words was, what is the logic behind your decision? That was Tim McMahon, to quote him correctly.
At least give us that.
He repetitively asked Nico, what is the logic behind your decision? I think a lot of fans want to know the logic behind it. Yeah, you're saying defense, but for you to trade a top 2, top 3 player in the league who's 25 years old, what's the logic behind it? Basically, he's asking, what's the underlying thing that's going on here? Because he basically traded him for nothing. You could have got a buttload of things for him. And they probably would have felt a little bit better for the fans. Like, okay, yeah, we still been hurt, but it's like, man, look at all the stuff we got. We can rebuild. Like, man, we got 6 number ones. We got a future. We can use some of these number 1 picks to trade to get another star. So it's like, but Nico kept standing on what he was saying. And my whole thing is, why have a press conference that's not going to be open to the public? You basically just had a front office meeting.
Tried to create an echo chamber. And yeah, man. And Tim McMahon, he wasn't the biggest Luka fan, but at the same time, he knew what Luka was. Regardless of whatever beef they had, he knew, like,
how have you felt about him? Like, it just don't make sense. Logically.
It don't make sense. Nothing about this makes sense. Man. Even looking at Nico the other night at the Sacramento game, when he wasn't hiding in the tunnel. And just
he actually sat down because he was at another arena.
Yeah,
when he at the Mavericks arena, he
in the tunnel, surrounded by security. Sucker. But yeah, just somebody should light the beam on him. But yeah, man, it just just when we start to try to kind of turn the corner somewhat, they come and do something else and bring it all back up again. They rip the Band-Aid right back off.
This could have just waited to after the season.
No, do this in the off season.
Exit interviews. You could have brought this up in exit interviews.
Facts.
Right now, it's a distraction. Your team is fighting for playoffs. They're out there. You see your team battling. Like, you shouldn't do this.
And that's why I said, man, they literally playing for themselves because they ain't got nobody else. When your GM and your front office doing all this foolishness.
And if I'm Kid, I'm pissed. Like, dude, like, you're trying to have the team focused. You're trying to have them ready to play. And now all this stuff comes out. So much so that PJ, man, he walked into the last game with a Bible. I ain't lying.
He did though.
I am not lying.
He did. That's real talk.
Can you imagine what's going on in that man's mind? That he got to show his word. He got to show the sword. This man had to show his Bible. Can you imagine? This man had his wife hand in the one hand, and in the other hand, he had his Bible. Can you imagine? Y'all don't drove this man here to. This man is fasting and praying and reading.
That man consecrating.
Straight consecration. Meditation on the word. Can you imagine for him to have to show that? Now, he didn't just walk around with it just by happenstance. This was purposeful.
He could easily put it in the bag and just.
He could have put it in his suitcase, anything, his backpack. He walked in purposefully with this in his hand, with all these cameras and media out.
That man's like, we in warfare, man.
They are in warfare.
Oh man.
I thought that was significant. And I thought that was very, very, very thought that was a very big message from PJ because of all the noise and etc. that's been going on. Not outside noise. All the noise that's going on is the noise that's coming from inside the camp.
Facts.
This is noise that's created by your own franchise, your own people. But man, I guess moving forward, we got to talk about what's been going on, man. It's been all over social media, man. And that's the Brandon Jennings and Pat Bev one-on-one argument, which started off as Brandon Jennings calling out ex-NBA players. And a lot of these NBA players were in his draft class. And Gil being who he is, Gilbert Arenas, you know, he put the batter in Brandon Jennings back and had him call out almost the whole class. And Pat Bev caught wind and was like, I want in. Put me on. I want to play the ones. And that stirred a nerve within everybody. And Pat Bev, who he is, he continued to press the issue. So much so he called into a live stream and began to press Brandon Jennings like no other. He pressed this man. And I said, man, this is good. I believe I like it. But it also shows what we talked about, that people keep saying add one-on-one to the All-Star. A lot of people ain't gonna want to play one-on-one. They're not gonna want to suffer the embarrassment. See, the embarrassment happens. It would hurt Brandon Jennings more to lose than it would hurt Pat Bev. Pat Bev isn't known as a one-on-one guy. He's known as a defensive guy. Even though in Pat Bev's case, in his high school career, he averaged 40. Right? But his role in his career has been to be a defensive guy. And so if Brandon Jennings lost to Pat Bev, the stain that it will put on him will be tremendous. And it'd be hard for him to talk anymore. And so But we'll get into it, man. Tell me what you think about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Brandon Jennings, he's been for the last few weeks now, he's been calling different players out. Luke Will, what's his name? They got the podcast, Jeff T,
Ty Lawson.
So those type of players, those guards there, he's been calling them out for the last few weeks to run ones. And so, like Dan said, Pat Bev, man, caught wind of that, man, and he first caught wind of it. He was on Nightcap with Shay and Ocho, and he brought it up that he a dog walk Brandon Jennings. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe he a dog walk him. And like Dan said before, his professional career, he was a bucket in high school.
It was
in Chicago. And if anybody know about high school ball, Chicago is one of the top areas, breeding grounds for hoopers, especially guards. But yeah, man. And so they came onto the live stream with Gil and Brandon Jennings on there and called them out, man. No, we got the clips, man. So we can kind of see what's going on and how I got to this point, man. But I'm here for it. I like it.
I like it too. I'm a fan of it.
All right, but here we go.
Dog your little ass, you know that.
We only played 3 times.
Okay, I'm talking about now, nigga.
I don't want to play you.
Okay, fuck that. Let's go in the bank account. I'm gonna pull out 100,000. You pull out 100,000. We play each other.
Let's go, BJ.
Yeah,
I got it, BJ.
Yeah.
100. I got the 100, BJ. Get over 10 points. Get over 10 points in your career. BJ, we got this, BJ.
Hey, so
Man, fuck this, BJ. This is on line. You don't got
He looking strong. Gil don't like it. He looking strong.
I know where we at. Huh? I know where we at.
Hey, Gil, I got a question. Hey, Gil, I got a question.
BJ, he in New York. He
Hey,
can't
Gil,
play you right now.
I
don't give a fuck about any of that.
Hey, Gil, I got a question.
We don't gotta let him in the house.
I got a question, Gil.
Oh, Gil, you can let him in the house all you want.
But we average the same in the playoffs.
You probably play more playoff games than me.
We average the same in the playoffs when it counted.
Did you play in more playoff games than me?
I did. I played more than you.
Right. You played on better teams.
I won't put him on the gate. Just tell him.
Bro, I don't care. Bro, you can have him come through all you want. I'm not. I am not playing nobody under fucking 10
We get the chat to the side over there.
Tell him you gonna, BJ, tell him you gonna kill him, and then I'll cut the stream.
He not. He not. He knows he's not.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy how niggas just script themselves with some shit.
Just be like, I'm gonna bust your ass, and then we'll hit the end button.
Like you can't insert yourself in nothing that you ain't qualified for.
Hey, so what's up, Gil? You putting that 100 up for your homie or not?
Yeah.
So you need me? I come back to Cali tomorrow. What we playing?
He ain't ready tomorrow. We gotta go through a little program real quick. Yeah, he been smoking a little weed. That's all. 3 months.
He inserted himself in something.
How long you need then? Let's get right to it. How long you need?
Where you live at?
I live in California and I live in New York. I could be anywhere.
We need 2. Because we real busy right now.
Right.
Well, listen, I respect what you've done in your career. Congratulations. But if you average 35, if you average 37 in high school and they get to the league, you can average over 10.
12-year starter. Ain't no bench players over here. No bench players. No bench players talking like starters. Starters talking like starters.
Star. Were you a star?
Am I role yet?
You try and foul as much as possible. I know it's easier.
3 all-defensive trophies.
But if a player has his shoulder,
Still playing right now. I earned $100 million in contract.
No, for sure. No, I'm giving it to you on that. But what I'm talking about. I'm talking about niggas. I'm talking about niggas who actually really got buckets.
That wasn't my role.
I'm just talking to them niggas. I'm not talking
my role.
I'm not talking to defenders.
But that wasn't my
I get
role.
what you did. I mean, I get what you did. I respect it, but
That wasn't my role, though. As a hooper, you know if that wasn't my role, that wasn't my role.
All right. Well then, okay. Well then, I'm not talking to the road niggas. I'm talking to them niggas.
Right.
I'm talking to them niggas. I'm talking not the
how you
road. I'm talking to them niggas.
How you talking to a nigga that was on the bench on the team I was on?
With high percentages.
Huh? Who?
Lou Will was on the bench for 2 teams that I was the start on.
Lou Will said he gave you 40.
And you believe that shit?
That's what he said. I'm just going off what the man said.
Right, and you believe that shit.
Ty Lawson said Ty Lawson was going. I don't know. Like
I took his spot. I took his spot in the Rockets. You forgot? He out the league because of me.
Hey, that's between you and them.
Okay, I'm just giving you back. Lou Will came off the bench with both teams that I was the start on. I took Ty Lawson's spot with the Rockets.
But that's between you and Ty Lawson.
Ooh.
I love it.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
I play sports, so I like to talk.
I love it.
I like to get into it with people on the court. If you ever play with me, you know I get into it with anybody on the court. I'm here for it. I'm a trash talker. I am. I will talk to anybody on the court. It don't matter. I ain't got to know you. But I just grew up that way. I grew up in the hood, so that's just what I learned. That's how I learned.
You better be able to talk. You're going to play in the hood.
And whatnot. So that's where I learned from. I played in the hood, you know, from the Cliff to the Grove. That's just how we get down. You know, somebody torturing you, they gonna let you know about it. You know, and they gonna always bring that up until you get your get back. And so that's just my, that's just how I was brought up and how I learned. So for this kind of carrying on, I'm with that. I'm standing with that. I like what Pat Bear was bringing to the table. I like it. Brandon Jennings was backpedaling, and Gil didn't like it. Gil said, "Just tell him we'll play him. Just tell him we ain't gotta really let him in. We live." So man, that's crazy. Now they're trying to, with the underdog sponsorship they have raised a lot of money to basically start a one-on-one tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And so Brandon Jennings said he don't want to play nobody who didn't average 10 points in their career. And Pat Bear's response was, that wasn't my role. My role was never to be, a scorer. I always played on teams who had stars. So that just wasn't my role. When he was on the Rockets, he played with James Harden. He moved on to the Clippers. He played with Kawhi, PG. So he was like, that just never was my role. I've just never. He went to Philly. He played with Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. So it never was my role to be a scorer. So I created a niche for me to be able to thrive no matter where I went. So everybody's been saying that BJ's scared. Brandon Jennings, he's scared. He don't want to play Pat Bev. Brandon Jennings said he don't want to play him because he's saying he never called out Pat Bev. And I said, that's cool, but he called you out. And he called you out specifically. Now, these two are cool. For y'all, for those who don't know. They cool. They hang out a lot off the court. So they're cool. So he's calling BG out, Brandon Jennings, out for a reason. And Brandon Jennings is not looking to take that. Because he could just easily add him to the one-on-one tournament. Say, okay, cool. You want to play me? Get into the tournament. It's already got publicity. It'll sell even more. You put Pat Bev in there, it's gonna really sell. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You put Pat Bev in there, I got him as one of the favorites. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the favorites. For those who haven't watched him play pickup basketball, he can score. And we know what he can do defensively. So for those who think he can't score, go watch him play pickup basketball. And watch what he does. He's getting buckets. If you ever see a random NBA player in the gym, 9 out of 10, he's probably gonna bust your behind. And you thinking like, oh man, he suck. Go catch Brian Scalabrine in the gym and watch what he do to you.
Get cooked.
We just seen Mike Miller cook the whole Memphis boys basketball team.
And he's 40 plus.
40 plus. Only taking 3 dribbles. Just to let you know. And those guys are active. Just to let you know. What would happen to you? I know because I've played with guys, ex-NBA players. And I've seen what they do in the gyms. It's like, God, they unstoppable. I mean, you're here. And it's just cash. And you just like, okay. It humbles you. Because you're watching NBA players, you're watching NBA teams, you're watching them on TV, and you're like, man, they trash. Man, he can't hit no shots until you run into one of them, a random NBA player. Not a star, but into the bench guy. It's just totally cooking. This is what happens. So I'm for it. I hope Pat Bev gets into the one, but it don't sound like Brandon Jennings wants to. Wants to play. I don't know. They're trying to make it, a big event. Underdog is willing to put, it's putting money up behind it. So they have a venue, obviously being some kind of gym, and obviously have some type of crowd there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for it.
Yeah, I am too, man. I love, man. When the last time we seen something like this? I mean, just like mano a mano, like I'm calling you out straight up. But like you said, man, yeah, B Jennings, man, he tiptoeing around Pat Bev, man. Pat Bev came on their playback and was like, I'm putting up 100 racks.
He's like, I can go to the bank now, get 100 racks out. I want to play you.
I want to play you.
Like, I ain't got to be a part of the tournament. Just let me get those ones from you.
From you. He ain't speak on nobody else but B Jennings, man. And B Jennings, boy, he was doing that corner. He was doing that corner backpedaling. Now I do got a clip, man, from Brandon Jennings, man. He kind of responded to that call out on Gil's Arena today, man. Didn't make it no better, but so he kind of doubled down on what he did on the playback. Here we go.
Brought his name up. I'm trying to conduct business over here, and I got this guy over here just keep tapping me on my shoulder. Dude, we're not talking to you right now. So to throw $100K in my face when the pot is already at 500,000, you just want to throw money. You just want to insert yourself into a conversation that ain't got nothing to do with you, dog. You did the same thing to Cam and Mace, trying to sun them. You did the same thing to Rashad. You're doing everything to everybody that's with Underdog. You mad because Underdog ain't sponsoring you? You mad because you can't be a part of this couch? You came over here twice. We tried to help you. Like, you ain't even average over 10. You a 10 and under dude, dog. I don't want to play that type of basketball. Your game ain't sexy enough. I don't want to play football. I never brought your name up, and you keep trying to tap me on my shoulder. This is my last time talking about it, dog. You can throw money, you can throw whatever. That's kind of disrespectful to me. We NBA players, they paying us to play basketball. We don't have to pay to get in.
Who you saying he outside the club?
He outside the club paying the bounce. Not playing Patrick for $100K when I'm talking to billionaires to get this thing to $1 million. Stay in your lane. Stop playing the bouncers, dog. You played in the league where you had Jerry across your chest. Act like it.
Somebody's salty.
What's the
Come
I just
on,
wanna-
man.
the real underlining of why? Because for all of us who played sports growing up, if somebody call you out, especially in front of everybody, can you imagine going to the park and somebody call you out and you not responding? Or if we're in an organized game, an organized basketball game, and some guy is going at you and you ain't responding, can you imagine what everybody thinks and how everybody's gonna feel? And your own teammates are gonna be like, man, buddy soft. He punking buddy. Pat Bev only brought up the 100K because he's just trying to get you to play. That's the only reason why he brought up the 100K. He said he'll play you for free. He just want to play you one-on-one. So I want to know what's the underlying thing going on here, because Pat Bev seemed to have something like he want to get at you and you ain't trying to do it.
Somebody ducking.
Now, Pat Bev do got a personality that for some people it can rub you the wrong way, because he's a straightforward type of guy. So he's not a passive aggressive type of guy, which I like. You know, if I want to say something to you, I'm just gonna say it to you. So if I call you and I want to get at you, then I'm gonna get at you. And for a lot of people, that can rub a lot of people the wrong way. You know, I think Pat would have got a better response had Pat kind of pacified the situation. But Pat went at him like a competitor, which Gil respects. Reason why Gil was like, hey man, like just tell him, yeah, like he getting at you. And this is the reason why a lot of people believe they're not sure if the one-on-ones can work in the NBA. Yeah,
There's
you
a
have
lot
some
of players
people,
like Brandon Jennings.
a lot of players like Brandon Jennings. They're not gonna want that true competitive, because when you in one-on-one, it's Imano versus Imano. It's true competitiveness. Is I'm getting at you. What you got? Show me something. And nobody wants to get embarrassed. Egos at an all-time high.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, man. As far as who's in the NBA, who do you think is not scared to duck that smoke? We know it's not many, but who do you think is not scared to run ones?
Kyrie, KD. I think Ant will play. Maybe Tatum. Maybe. That's a big maybe. I think Paolo will play.
Really?
I think a lot of the guys will play that feel like they got something to prove.
So like up and coming players.
Yeah. You have some veterans, but it'll be a lot of guys who feel like they have something to prove. And so you have to really handpick the guys because you have so many unknown guys. Like, to be real with you, no one wants to see an unknown guy in the ones. You just don't want to see it. You want to see top talent playing the ones. Like, you just do.
Yeah, I don't see Tatum. Tatum doesn't strike me as that type. Now Jaylen Brown, yeah.
He not one-on-one type though.
No, I'm not saying he's a one-on-one
He has
guy.
the mentality.
He has that
Yeah.
mentality to where I'm
Yeah,
I'm
he
with
wants
it,
to go at you,
but Tatum, he doesn't strike me as that. Yeah. Yeah, I would say
ask you
yeah,
this.
KD, Kyrie.
Is Tatum top 10 in the league? Ooh. Is he top 10? Is it 10 guys you can put in front of Tatum?
I think he's top 10, but not top 5.
No. We can call top of the dome.
No, I'm just saying, but some people got him, they got Tatum in their top 5.
No.
Which is crazy.
As like Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Shea, and then you have that 5. Like, I will probably put Ant over Tatum. In that 5.
Here you go, Ant at the 5.
I probably have Tatum probably around about that 7 marker.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say he's top 7 for sure in the league.
Yeah, that's safe to say. Yeah, around that. Yeah, that 7-8 mark. Yeah.
And for those who are confused, I don't pick guys based on championships. Championship is a team award. I pick guys based on what you can bring to the table as an individual, and what can you do for your team if you don't have a stacked team. How you look.
Facts.
So I look at things like that, like what Luka was able to do with the Mavericks last year, like counted a whole lot more. You took a team to a place where they wasn't supposed to be.
Facts.
Everybody had Boston going to the finals. Everybody had Boston coming out the East. They was the best team in the whole league.
Had the easiest road to the finals too.
I mean, look how many All-Stars you got on your team. You got Tatum, you got Brown, got Drew Holiday, Al Horford was an All-Star, Kristaps Porzingis. Like, look at all these All-Stars you have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. You're going to be dominant because you have so many pieces. So, like, but, no shade. Tatum is still a very good player. I just think people just don't think he just has that dog in him. People just don't, just don't have that dog in him.
That's a fact, man. Shout out to Kenny, man. He's on our Instagram live, man. I appreciate you tuning in, man. He said he don't get the height of Tatum, and we don't either. He just don't have that dog in him, man. From what I see. Yeah, man, that he's gonna BJ's gonna have to some point, man. He's gonna have to give in because I don't think Pat Bev is gonna let up.
Well, I think that it ain't just Pat Bev. I think everybody is now calling him out. I heard Tracy McGrady call Brandon Jennings. He said he was scared.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody now, it ain't just a Pat Bev thing no more. It's the whole social media who's saying, man, Brandon Jennings he's actually scared. This man called you and challenged you to your face.
And put money on it.
And you were like, you flat out talking about I don't want to play.
Yeah. Especially, yeah.
Like, man, I don't. Pat Bev ain't really got to say too much of nothing, except when it's brought up. Like, hey, you seen him running? You seen him scared?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gonna do something, bro.
You know, understand this: 1-on-1 is not the game of basketball. 1-on-1 is just a part of the game. So people work on their 1-on-1 game all their life, right? They're very good at 1-on-1. You play a 1-on-1, they can beat you, but when they get into a game of 5-on-5, they struggle.
Facts.
Or they just want to go ISO and we're playing 5. And it's like, bro, we out here too. That's why a lot of guys don't make it in the NBA. And you're like, man, he's so cold, man. Why he don't make it? Like, because he don't know how to play 5s.
Yep.
The game of basketball is a team game. And if you think you're gonna come out here and just play 1s out here,
nope.
You better ask Imani Bates.
Facts. Where is he at now?
He's on Cleveland, but he's been in the G League.
Yeah, that's why I said I remember him on Cleveland. I didn't know if he was still Cleveland still had him or not.
He's a bucket, man. He can hoop. Just
can't play team ball.
Can't play 5s. And so if you're in the NBA and all you work on is 1s, you need to work on how to navigate with the team as a whole.
Mm-hmm. If your role isn't to score, can you still be effective?
And most people, they fail to realize a lot of people, when they grew up, they was the man in high school. They was the man in AAU. Probably was the man in college. Everything ran through them. And then when you get to the pros, there's already a star there. But you come to realize, man, I ain't never played without the ball. Everything has always ran through me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people, when they come into the league, they struggle. Because now you're not getting volume shots. You're not getting 18, 20 shots a game no more. Or you just can't shoot whenever you want to shoot anymore. Now you're playing within a team concept and you're playing off of another star who's already established.
Yeah.
You get drafted to a team 9 times out of 10, you're going to be a role player.
Yep. Unless you're in that 1%.
Unless you're that 1% who they've been looking for. You better ask San Antonio players. When Wemby got drafted and they didn't want to pass Wemby that ball, they start getting people up out of there.
We'll holler at y'all. I don't know what y'all think this is.
Wemby just standing there looking and like
wide open.
Y'all don't want to get this man the ball.
Yeah.
But you see it on 1-on-1.
Cause you see they did the same thing in Cleveland. They froze LeBron out his rookie year. Got Ricky Davis and
got all them up
Darius Mile up out of there.
Talking about he can come and get on our bandwagon.
Yeah. Like, what? Bro, y'all had the number 1 pick.
We just took the number 1 pick. We just took the highest, probably the highest scouted pick we probably don't ever seen.
Yeah. Talking about a bandwagon.
Talking about get on my bandwagon. No, he's finna be the wagon.
Stupid.
Talking about get on my bandwagon. We're looking for wheels. We got the wagon. We're looking for a hitch. Like, what you mean get on our bandwagon? We got our wagon. You didn't see that no more people walk through here with that white suit. That's our wagon.
You like, man, watch out, bro.
Man, y'all better get up out of here. But you have that, man, of young talent who has to deal with that, so sometimes you have good vets who know when to move over. Like, hey man, young fella got it. Let me move on over. We see in LA.
Facts.
LeBron, moving on over.
Over. Exactly.
Hey man.
I'm off the ball. All I gotta do is run these seams.
Cut. I'll space the floor.
I'll cut. Bet.
LeBron back there playing defense. He back there. I said, God dog. When he played this defense, he ain't played defense like this is his prime.
Hey man,
he playing Miami defense, man. I said, God dog.
Yeah, when you ain't got to facilitate the offense no more.
But he got up off that thing. So when he got there, like, hey man, that's yours.
It's you. Yeah. This is what I want AD to do.
Take over. We go as you go.
Yep.
Which helps a lot of them because now he's taking the best defender.
Mm-hmm.
And now they getting the second and third best
defender. And third defender, yep.
But cook them.
Facts.
So they playing the Rockets. So if you put a Amen Thompson on Luka, you put Dylan Brooks on LeBron. Now who going Austin Reeves?
He finna cook. Austin Reeves is finna cook.
Who's guarding Austin Reeves? Who's going to guard Rui? Who's going to guard these guys? You're putting your best defenders there, so it's going to be fun to watch, man.
Yeah. It's
going to be definitely fun to watch. Remember, man, that bracket is still up.
Yes, sir.
For those who want to participate in the playoff bracket, remember, it doesn't consist of the play-in. So for those who want to get a part of that playoff bracket, man, it's going to be fun. You can track your team all the way through the playoffs, who you think they're going to win, what game you think they're going to win. This is the playoff bracket right here, man. You can track them all the way to the finals, man. We're doing East and West.
Mm-hmm.
So when the playoffs are set is when we'll start getting started. And we'll be able to lock every team in, all the teams that are in. And man, we'll keep track of it, man, and see, man, it'll be something fun to do, man, and see. And a prize here, man, for those who participate. If your team that you pick, if they make it to the finals, there's a $50 prize for those. Yep. If you're right about your team. You have to participate, and we need to see your roster. We need to know your team ahead of time. Can't be switching teams.
Facts.
Can't switch
you
teams.
fill out your bracket, you got to submit it back. And that's to Let That Be Known podcast. Well, Let That Be Known 1 podcast at gmail.com. Once you fill out your bracket, send it back there.
Don't be hitting us up talking about the $50 and we ain't seen your bracket. I don't know what team you had.
Facts.
If you want to participate for the $50 prize of your team making it, or you being right, or whoever makes it, hit us up, send your bracket in with your team that you choose, and you'll be in the running for the money, for the cash prize, man. But only then. So there's no discrepancies. You have to send it in so we know that you're participating. We have to see your bracket, man. We have to know your team so we can keep it fair of anybody else that's participating. So,
facts.
But man, we're gonna get ready to log off of here, man. We've been on here, man. Remember, man, continue to follow us, continue to rock with us. Remember, follow us on all social media platforms, man, and Let That Be Known. And also remember, man, it don't cost you nothing to like, share, subscribe, man. So remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. We're going to continue to bring you this product, man, all through the playoffs, man. We're going to be tracking the whole playoffs, man. We're going to be on it. It's going to be fun, man. So rock with the boys, man. But until next time,